Tiana Batiste Waddell, 330 Colfax Avenue, South Bend, Indiana. When will racial discrimination practices and school discipline end in South Bend schools? They must end now. Have you forgotten about the data the district has already collected to make a clear determination that something must be done today? In 1980, federal consent decree ordered to dismantle oppressive practices that Black children were experiencing in the district. No significant changes took place. 20 years later, in 2000, Thought Bridge report was conducted and reports of racism as an epidemic in the district. No changes took place. 11 years later, in 2011, second Thought Bridge report was conducted and confirms continued racial discriminatory practices taking place. No significant changes took place. 10 years later, in 2021, U.S. Department of Justice wrote a letter to South Bend schools stating that racial discrimination persists in the district. A vision statement on racial equity and anti-racist policies in South Bend schools was written by Stuart Green. I repeat, a vision, not action, but a thought. Leasia Consulting, LLC made recommendations to the district to implement anti-bias training across the entire district to reduce disparities based on the baseline data that was collected from district administrators, principals, and school board members. No significant changes took place. 3 years later, 2024, Code of Conduct training was held and has not impacted the trajectory of racial discrimination in South Bend schools. 1 year later, 2025, evidence of continued complacency on racist issues in South Bend schools with the use of dog whistles by Tim Corbett upholding racist beliefs about the children. South Bend schools employees write racist rants about the children they serve on social media platforms. It was reported to Superintendent Eid and no follow-up was provided on what happened. By chance, at a local venue, I experienced a South Bend school employee racist rant about the first day of school. Here we are again in 2026 with the talk of a committee to prove what has already been proven through all of the previous reports. This institution exhibits racist behaviors and it must stop now. 3 major challenges based on data, Thought Bridge report. 1, you guys are unable to educate all children well, specifically poor children and children of color. 2, there continues to be a widening achievement gap between white and middle class students and poor students and African American and Hispanic students. 3rd, a cultural proficiency gap between students and teachers and administrators and staff. And based on the baseline data collected from Leasia Consulting, LLC, use staff leaders that minimize and deny cultural and ethnic differences among people. What are you going to do about this today, not 9 months from now? Resources were allocated to train over 1,400 employees on financial internal protocols. Resources were spent on sidewalks, $120K. What resources will be allocated to ensure your staff are trained to be anti-racist? Thank you.
Thank you.